podium, and he'll have an opportunity here versus Latvia.
A lot of experience out there, Olympic bronze, Olympic silver medalists, two very closely matched teams. That's clearly defined by their seeds. This should be an interesting penultimate match here on centre court at the GSTAAD Major, Switzerland. Spain have won the toss, putting the Latvians in to serve first. Smedins with the first play. And a little unlucky there for Spain. Gavira just pushing the ball out of play. First point on the board for Latvia. Smedins, the left-handed player, really does have a powerful serve and a very deceiving float serve in his repertoire. Nice power play there from Herrera.
Pablo Herrera getting up big, putting that ball right in front of Smedins. It'll be interesting what team can recover from that semifinal. Both of them really hit a wall. The Latvians playing Phil Dahlhauser and Nick Lucena, who played spectacular, and Spain ran into Brazil, who were on top of their game. So it's about recovering, leaving that game in the past, coming out here in the bronze and trying to get on the podium, because both these teams will be headed to the Olympics in 26 days.
It's a good point that you make. Both of these Spanish and Latvian players took a pretty heavy beating, 2-0 from Brazil and the United States of America. They were very quick, short semi-matches, and whilst many of us were predicting that they could go to 3 and be a long day, so far it has been short. But the scores are all tied at 2-2. And here is the Spanish number 1, Pablo Herrera, with service. Experienced player, Herrera, and look how that experience gets him out of trouble holding on to that power play. Oh, but after such a great defensive play, just puts a little too much top on the ball on the attack.
Yeah, this ball really came quick. Over on 2, Smedins catches Herrera up high, and he tries to go deep to get the winner, but he's just a couple of inches long.
Smedins with service for Latvia, 3-2 ahead of Spain in the first set of this bronze medal match. That's another good power serve. Gavira does well to contain it and put it away. Great serve receive from the Spanish. Impressive.
Yeah, quick whip of the arm by Adrian Gavira, getting that ball to the sand quickly, and that's what you have to do against Latvia. Get it to the ground quick, because they're so good defensively.
Good play by Latvia. This time Samoilovs with the power play, but it looked like they're going over on 2 there, Dane, almost deceiving the Spanish.
Yeah, it really did, and that allowed Samoilovs to just tee off. So each player, as the hits go on, it's almost contagious. The next player wants to hit the ball even harder than the one before.
That's good play from Gavira. A little bit of touch, a little bit of class about the point on the board for Spain.
This team from Spain, Gavira and Herrera, can be very lethal at times. A big thing that has plagued them is consistency. They will give away a few points here and there. We'll keep an eye on that.
Well, they're trading side-outs, aren't they, here? Each team, it's evenly matched in the opening exchanges of this first set, with Latvia just going ahead 5-4 against Spain.
That's what you want to do. You want to really control your serve reception game and keep yourself in it, and then get a few points, either blocking or playing defense. Oh, I'll tell you what, Nick, these guys are unleashing. There's no fatigue. They are on top of their game. Even though it is the last day of the tournament, they're hungry. There's a big difference of getting on that podium, not only financially, but in terms of prestige.
Gavira serves Samoilovs. There's the set from his teammate Smedins.
Net violation. Pablo Herrera being a little bit too aggressive. It's interesting, it's rare that you see 2 teams that play this type of a fashion of volleyball. There's the net, the front of the jersey. Both these teams switch block. That means that whoever's serving the opposite partner will be up at the net playing defense. So a lot of versatility out there as you see a little cut shot go down in front of Samoilovs. He's thinking he should have gotten that ball up in the air, but it's just too precise.
Scores all tied. Herrera with service for Spain. First service error for the Spanish. Easy side out for Latvia, 1 point clear. This is where Latvia will look to make their break now.
And no one has really gotten the upper hand. Whoever starts to turn up that serve more and get the other team in trouble can get us out of this back and forth. But what a beautiful set. Janis Smedins just teeing it up for his partner, Samoilovs. And he's mixing in a little finesse here. Seen the power, now we see the finesse. We want to keep the defense guessing.
Spain will need to be careful if Smedins starts to get into a rhythm here. And here is the young Latvian with service. Whips that left hand, a little too long. Well left by Spain. 7-8.
Yeah, that ball just tailed out of bounds, but you can see what Janis Smedins is trying to do. He's trying to turn up the intensity, trying to get Spain in trouble off the serve.
Oh, the flag stays down. A great rainbow shot over the top of the players, right on the backcourt line.
Janis Smedins just 6'3", but a huge vertical leap, and he's got so much touch. This ball's probably out of bounds. He plays it anyways just to be sure, and then looks at the defense, a rainbow shot to the deep corner. All Spain can do is watch and hope.
Samoilovs with service right to the middle of the two Spanish players. Oh, a little bit of confusion. It all started with the serve. They couldn't get it right with the set. And that is the break that the Latvians were looking for, 10-7 ahead.
Yeah, absolutely, that was the break. The little deep float serve got the Spain offense a little bit rattled and out of sync, and that's what you want to do. You want to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now Latvia up to a 10-7 lead.
Good shot from Gavira.
Really great vision as he came in. It looked like he wanted to hit that ball, noticing that the defense is playing in the cross court and the line is wide open, so makes it easy on himself and just rolls it to the sand.
Now here's his teammate Paulo Herrera, as we said earlier, Olympic silver medalist with his partner Bosma back at the Athens Games of 2004. Samoilovs puts the ball, oh, he didn't quite hold on to it. But his teammate gets him out of play, but Smedins is there with the stuff block.
Oh, Smedins, I always say it when he plays so much bigger than his 6'3" frame. He gets up and technically he presses over the net. He's a blocker who doesn't get tooled out of bounds very often because he has such good form, good technique.
Well, he's going for the big serve, and he can understand why with the point advantage. Still too clear, Latvia. Gavira with service, 28 years of age, born in Malaga, now residing in Tenerife. Samoilovs, again, a lovely little touch on the ball over the top of the blocker. 12-9, 21 total on the board. First technical timeout of the match.
Nice little roll shot right there. Samoilovs, we talked about his partner getting the bronze medal in the 2012 games in London. Well, Samoilovs, he as well has 2 Olympic games under his belt. 2008, playing with Martin Plavins. He got a 9th place finish, and he also got a 9th place with Sorokins in 2012. So important having that Olympic experience when you go back again. You're much more comfortable. You're not surprised by the magnitude of the situation and how much media is there and how many responsibilities. I think it's really important when you go to the Olympics to have someone make sure they handle not only your friends and family, but handle all the situations so you don't have to deal with it. If you are trying to run around getting tickets for your family and everyone's pulling at you, it can really be distracting, and that's what you learn definitely the first time around.
Samoilovs with service here. 12-9, the advantage for Latvia against Spain in the first set. Good shot.
Oh, that ball is going to be challenged right there. The line judge is calling that ball in, and Samoilovs and Smedins believe that it is out. It's going to be very close here. It's very difficult to tell in real time. That's the beauty of challenge. A camera on every single line. And look at that. The ball's out of bounds and doesn't hit the line. So a really solid challenge. You get 2 challenges per set. And if you use one and are unsuccessful, you lose it. But right there, a successful challenge by Latvia. So they'll retain the 2 challenges and they will score the point.
What a great challenge. What a great call by Alexander Samoilovs, who continues with service. Here's Herrera on the attack now. Samoilovs almost got there. Important side out that for Spain.
He's really on the run. He's got a beat on every single one of the shots. He's just not getting there in time. So if he keeps pursuing balls at that type of rate, they're going to start popping up in his favor.
Oldest man on the court at 34 years of age, Paulo Herrera serves cross-court to Samoilovs. Smedins is there in time to set for his partner. Oh, first mistake from Alex Samoilovs. Just took his eye off the ball. Plowed it right into the net.
You don't see that happen very often. That's the strength of this Latvian team, is consistency and making you earn each and every point. It's rare that they hit balls out of bounds or into the net.
Service error from Paulo Herrera. Frustrating for such a quality and experienced player of the Spaniard. They were 3rd here back in 2009 when our centre court reporter won it. Julius Brink and Jonas Reckerman. Nice touch though, nice comeback for Paulo Herrera after the service disappointment. And again, another important side out for the Spanish.
It's so important that when you are receiving serve that you are rock solid, that you put the majority of balls away. You cannot give up any free points. But, oh, right down the middle of the court is Gavira, and it ends up just long. That's the perfect position. You see how both Latvian players were frozen, but unfortunately for Spain, it ends up long.
Good play, good cross-court shot from Spain. Just narrowing the gap to 2 points off the play. Herrera will take the service.
Talked a lot about the experience of Latvia in the Olympics, and of course Pablo Herrera, that silver medal in 2004. Came back in 2009, or 2008, I'm sorry, in Beijing and got a 9th place with Raul Mesa. And then a 9th place with his current partner, Adrian and Pablo, in 9th place in London.
Smedins with service. The advantage still with Latvia. He hasn't quite got his service going the way that he likes. That's another service error from the Latvian number 2. Switch pitches to the Spanish number 2, Gavira. Samoilovs with the set. Smedins has now got it ready. Easy one for Latvia, but most importantly, 3 clear at 17-14.
Good defensive play by Spain, but just a little too aggressive, a little too risky putting that set up on the net. It goes over, and Samoilovs has an open net to deal.
(18-14). Good play from Latvia. Once again, Smedins, who loves to go over on 2, resisted, set it perfectly for Samoilovs to convert that into another point.
I'll tell you what, Nick, even if he doesn't go over on 2, if he just pretends or fakes, he's such a threat, and he can throw the defense off. Well, that ball not even close to clearing the net. Pablo Herrera tries to cut it. It ends up in the hands of Gavira, so
Spain understandably call a timeout. They're in trouble here, 19-14. Once again, Latvia starts to find a rhythm to their play and a consistency on the point-scoring board. And Spain, if nothing else, just hoping to break the concentration, break the focus. Samoilovs there on screen, and Smedins. All of a sudden, the war cry of Iceland is famous in stadiums around the world. We saw it at the European Soccer Championships, and now they love it everywhere.
I like it. I like it. It gets you going. The fans here, so knowledgeable. This tournament has been here for so many years that the locals, they look forward to it. And it's just an entire weekend of celebration, good times, partying, and watching great athletic competition.
Ball's on the line.
Challenge.
Well, could this be another challenge from the Latvians? It's a big point. The difference is taking Latvia to set point, and the challenge is there.
So once again, Latvia thinks this one's out. This one hit with a lot more force and velocity. That means the ball's going to flatten out a little bit when it hits, and it might have touched just the outside of the line. No,
it's out again. Oh, they can do no wrong.
Wow.
It's a second successful challenge for Latvia, and it gives them set point. Spanish can hardly believe it.
It's interesting because we used to look at the ball mark and determine by then, but you get a lot of splash of the sand, and some of it looks like it touches the line when the ball really didn't. So it's interesting to see these high-speed replays to see exactly what happened.
Oh, and the first set goes to Latvia, 21-14. Too many forced errors from Spain, a good rhythm in the mid part of the set for Latvia. And the score looks a little more dominating than perhaps it really was, but the score is what people will read it by, and 21-14 to Latvia in the first. Dane is impressive.
Well, the problem is that Latvia really pressured Spain and put them in a bit of a predicament at times by playing good defense, by putting up a formidable block. But on top of that, we saw Spain cut a few balls that didn't even clear the net. That final play of the set hit right into the bottom of the net. So you add the unforced errors together with the earned points by Latvia, and you have a real decisive victory there in the first set. Spain has to really put this behind them, this first set, and basically think in your mind that the match is just starting. I'm going to go out there fresh. I'm going to pass the ball. We're not going to give away any points, and we're going to put some pressure on Latvia by serving tough. There was quite a few service errors by Spain in relation to how many times they got the Latvians in trouble. You got to get them in trouble a little more if you're going to miss a few serves.
Good start to this bronze medal match for Latvia in the white shirts, and the pressure is on the Spanish team in red. They must win the second set to stay in the match. Let's not forget that Samoilovs and Smedins were the silver medalists here last year, beaten by Alisson and Bruno in the final. And you go back to 2009, and the Spanish team took the bronze medal. That was the year when Julius Brink won the golden cowbell here. Our reporter, our courtside reporter. First point is on the board for Latvia. Smedins again with a good big serve. Latvian confidence is high, understandably so after taking that first 21-14. (2-0). He had to work hard for it, but the point is on the board.
Janis Smedins looks so good right now. First of all, he whips up an ace to start the second set, so he already puts Spain on their heels. Then he's making some great defensive plays, and look at this. He just goes up, turns it the opposite direction at the last second, puts that ball down to the ground, makes it look easy.
Again, a good service from Smedins. Not the best serve received from the Spanish, but they get themselves out of trouble.
Good play right there by Adrian Gavira. Shanked that ball initially on the pass, but Spain, a good team, able to recover and still get the kill. So quick, little bang, bang back and forth, and the Lion King, Alexander Samoilovs, is trying to get an overcall, that ball was over the net. If any part of the ball was on the extended plane of the net, then it's fair game for both teams.
Gavira again with service to Samoilovs. Samoilovs on the attack for Latvia. Right down the line, reads the open court perfectly. Good shot from the Latvian.
Comes in and he waits at the very last second to give away. Going down the line, very deceptive.
Herrera on the attack. Good shot.
A little miscommunication on Latvia. They end up double up, covering the line. Nobody covering the angle, and then they have a little discussion afterwards. You see Smedins at the last minute taking the whole line, giving away the cross court.
Great play at the net from Samoilovs. He's been so successful with that shot throughout this match.
Well, they're not really giving him a lot of different looks. It's in the backcourt. Pablo Herrera is lining up in his angle, and the line is wide open for that high roll shot. We've seen him go to it so many times.
Smedins with service. Service out of play. Trying to go cross court to Pablo Herrera. Scores all tied at 4-all. First set has gone to Latvia. Spain must win the second to take it to 3. Gavira serving for Spain now. Serves it into the middle of the two Latvian players. Smedins up at the net. Oh, unlucky.
Big block right off the head of Janis Smedins. That's what happens when you try to challenge a block and you lose. Herrera up and penetrating. Wow, straight down. Perfect block, great technique. Late drop as a blocker. Pablo Herrera pretending to be a blocker at the last second, peeling off the net. He's hoping that the roll shot happens, but Smedins recognized it and absolutely thunders it to the sand.
Oh, good play. Samoilovs with a spectacular dig, and Smedins going over on 2 with a real power shot.
That's what makes this team so effective, is the versatility. In the backcourt, Samoilovs can play defense with the best of them. He puts that ball up, and it's just teed off on by Janis Smedins.
This time it's Gavira with the kill. Nice play.
Nice little inside out down the line. Look at the beauty set. There's no rotation on that ball. That's how you want that ball to come out. Nick, you got pretty good hands, I heard. Yeah?
Nothing like these guys. It's another good, powerful serve from Herrera. Good play from Spain at the net. Much better than the first set. And they take the lead by 7-6.
Adrian Gavira shutting down that line. Been blocking a lot of line versus Alexander Samoilovs. They'll probably go right back to him.
Smedins, here's the set again for Samoilovs. This time that little tip ball is covered. Going over on 2, not the wise decision. Oh, good play and a big break by Spain, 8-6.
Spain ends up getting this point, but it's a lot of work. You can see that they're a bit out of sync at times. There's the set, trying to put it away. And then finally a roll shot, an unbalanced shot there. Fortunately, it went down to the ground, but you see in transition, they're not getting that decisive hit as they should with the defense that they are playing.
Again, Samoilovs is the target of service. Puts the ball away, beautifully cross-court. Still anybody's for the taking this second set. Smedins with service. Great shot from Gavira, excuse me.
Yeah, he really targeted that seam. You don't want to go cross-court to Smedins because he can make a great defensive play, and you don't want to go right down the line because Samoilovs was covering. You go right in the seam in between. Well, that's going to be interesting on who touched that ball last. And Spain ends up poking that ball out of bounds. I don't think any touch happened by Janis Smedins. Taking a look at the replay. Here it is, up in the air. And it goes off Spain last and out of bounds. Cameraman taking one off the head.
Samoilovs with service. Looking to tie the scores here, Latvia. Good cut shot from Gavira, the number 2.
The big difference in this second set is that Spain has settled down. Really started to pass the ball well. They look a lot more comfortable.
Good work at the net from Smedins. As we've said on many occasions, he's only 1.91 m. He has an amazing vertical leap when it's his turn to play his part of the net. And here is Smedins with service. Watch this left arm. Great save there from Herrera. And again, a magnificent dig. Latvia unable to finish it. Here's the set now for Samoilovs. Oh. Gavira, who'd put down 2 good saves for Spain, just runs out on the third. Look at this dig here from Smedins. Full stretch.
So nice, and then they try to put it away. Spain controls it off the block, but the defender's not able to put it in a playable position. So a big opportunity for Spain, but Latvia, that consistency, that's the question. We know that Latvia can be consistent throughout. The question, can Spain hang tough with them?
This to go into the technical timeout, important for either team to take this point. Another beautiful serve from Smedins. At the net, the Lion King blocking, shutting out the gap. 11-10 to Latvia at the technical timeout for the halfway point of the second set. And once again, Latvia for a brief moment there, Dane, looked to be off their game. They refocus, come back at Spain, and once again, looking like the team to beat, especially having won the first set already.
Yeah, you know, Latvia has been consistent throughout. The fact that Spain has stepped up their game here in the second set, and that's what you like to see with a great team from Spain, but it's keeping that level up. You saw that last play, a hit into the bottom of the net. We saw that at the end of the first set. Those are things that you really cannot afford to do, especially against Latvia. Sometimes they will just lock in on serve reception and continue to side out, and just wear you down over time. And it looks like that's what they're trying to do with Spain right now. Latvia's not trying to do anything spectacular. They're just trying to maintain and take care of the ball, especially when it's received, and jump on you when you give opportunities and don't put the ball away.
Tournament mascot being put through his paces there. But let's get back to the pace of Latvia and Spain. At the halfway point of the second set, Latvia have the advantage by just 1 point at 11-10, but comfortably won the first set at 21-14. Spain must win this second set to take the match to a 3-setter. Here is Janis Smedins, just 28 years of age, from Kuldiga, Latvia with serve.
A bit of a power play by Adrian Gavira right there. And I think they're going to challenge whether a net took place because, you know, Spain had to really push to get that ball through. Alexander Samoilovs, he's a small guy, big guy. He's not going to lose a joust that easy. And if Spain pushed a little too hard, they might have netted. And that is what they are reviewing right now. Here comes the push. And doesn't look like he netted, so he walked the tightrope there. No net with the jersey, no net with the arm. Great play for Spain, a much-needed point as they tie this up at 11.
It's the first challenge that the Latvians have lost in this bronze medal match so far. Smedins with a lovely serve for his teammate Samoilovs, who finds the angle across the net and away from the blocker. Latvia retake the lead with that side out at 12-11. Serving Herrera. Oh, Janis Smedins, great work at the net. Another break for Latvia, 13-11.
Perfect timing right here. Smedins delays it just a tad, so he's still on the way up when that ball is tipped, and he just throws it right back down.
Samoilovs again with a float serve. Over on 2. Samoilovs is there, but the ball out of court. 12-13, Spain with service.
That's one way to do it, just try to overpower the defender, and that's what happens right there. Too much heat for Samoilovs to keep it in play.
Paulo Herrera again serves Samoilovs. That's been the Spanish tactic for most of the match. The block not pushed down, just pushed out. 14-12 to Latvia. Little disappointing that for Gavira.
Right back at you right there, says Samoilovs.
Janis Smedins serves for Latvia. Good service again. Oh, Janis Smedins. A massive point for Latvia to go 3-all, but what a remarkable save. Full power from Gavira, but he found his feet and hands in the right place.
Smedins, it looks like he's coming up just to hit an average ball. He hits at almost 90 kilometers per hour. Unleashes.
Good shot from Gavira. Important side out for Spain. Just narrowing that gap to 2.
Nice high roll shot down the line. Very composed. But Spain right now, Nick, you know what? They're running out of time. They're down a set. They're down a couple of points right now. And Latvia really looking solid. What a great set. And they're back to that same offense. When Spain leaves that line wide open, Samoilovs, he recognizes it every single time, and there's just nothing that they can do. Best setter, Janis Smedins in 2013, and he's getting a lot of setting practice right now because every single serve seems to be going the way of his partner, Samoilovs.
That's a great shot from Paulo Herrera. They are under a bit of pressure here, as our very own Olympic champion in the commentary box, Dane Blanton, has pointed out. And good shot under pressure. Here is Herrera with service. Serves cross-court to Samoilovs again. And the block was good this time.
Adrian Gavira really being patient there, taking his time and waiting with the block and sealing up that line. That's the play that they're looking for, but more times than not, Samoilovs have rolled it over the top instead of challenging into the block. Oh, this time he goes cross court, so you're seeing an array of shots from Alexander Samoilovs. Continues to get served, but he continues to have answers.
Good Smedins with service. We're at the business end of the second set. Things are looking good again for Latvia. It's another good service. Herrera on the attack for Spain. Oh, great reach from Samoilovs, but the ball up. Second time of asking, Herrera finally gets it away.
Second opportunities. Sometimes it's not going to go down on that first opportunity. That's why you got to stick in there, get ready for the next play. And that's exactly what Spain does, catching Latvia a little out of position.
Gavira with service. Samoilovs on the attack. Well, maybe Spain want to rethink the serve tactic here a little bit because it doesn't seem to be working at all. Or just mix it up a little. One to Samoilovs and then two to Smedins. Whichever way you want to make the calculation, it has not been a successful part of the Spanish game plan, going to Samoilovs with their service every time. The service is back with Latvia. They have the 2-point advantage, and Samoilovs with service. Goes to Herrera. Set for Herrera. Oh, he's almost there. Just unable to contain the ball.
It's interesting, Nick, that you say maybe they should switch up that tactic. Maybe they should go to Smedins a few times, but they've really gone in with a game plan of going to Samoilovs. They're sticking to it, and I think they've had their opportunities, Spain has, but Samoilovs has been absolutely solid. Latvia as a team has been solid, and they just haven't given up anything. Spain continues to try, but they have to start pressing now.
There it is again. Samoilov's serve receive has been impeccable. Perfect, nearly. And then when he's given the nice set from his teammate, Smedins, here again, Latvia put the point on the board.
Yeah, the defense is set right now. It's just a little bit too predictable. And Samoilovs knows what's happening, keeps finding the open court.
Almost there for Smedins as well. It's a really important side out for Spain, 18-19.
Now it really gets important for Spain to score. Be huge to tie it up at 19. Oh, right down the middle and just out of bounds once again. Latvia on a roll.
Brave serve from Gavira, but it didn't quite come off, did it? Match point for Latvia at 20-18. Gavira up at the net with Smedins. Nice shot.
Now it's time to score one big point. You gotta really evaluate the situation right here. You can't miss the serve, but you want to serve tough because Latvia, they'll eat up an easy ball. Let's see how Herrera approaches.
Second match point for Latvia. Point here for the men in white.
Oh, that ball way out of bounds.
But Smedins couldn't get out of the way. They tie the scores at 20-all. Good play from Spain. Smedins furious with himself.
Can you believe it? That ball had to be 6 feet out of bounds, but he could not dodge it.
Good shot from Samoilovs. 21-20, third match point for Latvia.
Spain has had their chances, and they are right in it after that ace serve on Smedins. You see now Pablo Herrera taking his time, cleaning his glasses. He knows he's right in this thing.
Smedins. Gavira on the attack. Smedins is there, the ball looks good. Gavira for a second time. And the ball is good. Spain dig deep and tie the scores at 21-all.
And you notice it's getting a little breezy down on center court. And I think that was a big reason that that ball caught Smedins on the high side. So as the team switch sides, I believe Latvia is on the better side at the moment.
Gavira serves to Samoilovs. This time, the attack down the line is covered. Samoilovs sets the ball for Smedins. Oh, he finds a lovely cute angle. And once again, Latvia have match point.
Oh, Nick, can you believe it? Spain had the play. They ran down the roll shot by Alexander Samoilovs, and they had an opportunity to put it away, but they just couldn't.
Samoilovs with service. Both Spanish players going for it, but Herrera on the attack now. Again, they're scrambling Latvia, but they're hustling for the match point. Again, Smedins keeps the ball up. Can he finish it for the bronze? Now Spain hustle. And Smedins! Oh, the block is out of play. 22-22.
Oh, that ball was set outside of the antenna. And Spain, in desperation, just wails the ball at the block of Yanis Smedins. Here it is, the ball's up in the air, and this set outside of the antenna after the dig here. And Smedins puts up a nice formed block, but he gets tooled out of bounds. That ball was a couple of inches from going straight down and ending the match.
All square at 22-22. Herrera serving Samoilovs. Smedins with the set again. This time it's successful down the line. Match point for Latvia.
Well, that shot has been absolutely golden for Alexander Samoilovs. Continues to hit it.
For the fifth time, Smedins is looking for the bronze medal here today. Herrera on the attack.
Oh, he challenges, goes right at Samoilovs, and somehow kind of squeaks it through. Samoilovs' headband even comes off. I think that went off the top of his head a little bit, and we're all tied up at 23.
Samoilovs on the serve receive for Latvia, now on the attack. Oh, was there a touch? No.
So they continue with the game plan. You got to give Spain a lot of credit.
Yeah.
They have stuck with the game plan, and they've gotten a couple of points here and there. A dig down the line, and now we see an error by Samoilovs. So he is getting every single serve exclusively. And Yanis Smedins, all he can do is maybe attempt to go over on two and set his partner. But Samoilovs has had an absolutely spectacular match so far, but he's coming up with a couple errors here in the end. And Spain, I really give him credit, because I thought, I was agreeing with you, Nick, I thought maybe they should change the tactic, but they're sticking to it.
Sticking to it and giving themselves set point, understandably so, to try and stop that rhythm of the Spanish play. The Latvians call the timeout. It's Mexican wave time at center court here in GSTAAD. Not quite a 6,000 capacity, but pretty close. So can Spain take this next point and take this bronze medal match to a third set? Or can the Latvians come back and finally close it out? Gavira with service. Nice set from Smedins. Samoilovs puts it down, ties the scores, and 24 all.
Nick, that was a risky shot. He powers it down the line. Look at it, just ends up in between. Wow, almost 90 kilometers per hour.
Samoilovs with service. Oh, a little flick off the net. Herrera now on the attack for Spain.
Ball's out,
and the ball is out. It is match ball once again for Latvia. 25-24. Side switch, change of ends again. Another pressure moment for Spain here. Samoilovs to the back of the court, serving to give Latvia the bronze for the 6th time. Oh, what a beautiful dummy there by Gavira. We were almost dropping back in the commentary box, never mind the players on court, thinking he was going to wallop it. A lovely little touch on the ball. The score's all tied. Herrera with service for Spain. 25 apiece. Samoilovs, another perfect serve receive. Spain fight to keep the ball up. Spain take the advantage and go for their second set point to keep this bronze medal match going.
Pablo Herrera made an incredible dig right there, getting that ball up in the air. Look at this, just sacrificing everything he's got to get that ball in the air, and then Adrian Gavira ends up giving him a set, and he puts it away. Now they'll have another opportunity.
Herrera will take the service for Spain. Again, Samoilovs to work so hard, receiving all of their serves. Over on 2, and it's there. All tied, 26 all. Neither team will let this go. Second set will give the Latvians the bronze medal. The second set for Spain will give them another chance to take it to 3.
Latvia may have had more match points, but in terms of having good quality swings at winning the match, you'd have to give that to Spain. They've had so many opportunities right there, but Latvia, especially Smedins in the backcourt, has made some defensive plays to deny Spain once again. So Spain, if they end up losing this, they'll have to look at that tape, and the video will tell it all, that they had some huge opportunities they just weren't able to capitalize on. It's like you're making half the play, you need to make the whole play to make it happen. Like I always say, Nick, you can dig a ball, and that's great and all, but if you don't put it away, it's worthless. It's hot out there right now, and a little fatigue. They've had some really long rallies, and anytime you have that long rally and you come up short, it feels like it's even longer, and you can see the players breathing heavy, especially on the Spain side. It seems like they've been laboring a little bit. They would really love to win the second set and give themselves a second life in the third.
So can Latvia finally wrap up this second set and claim the bronze in the GSTAAD Major here in Switzerland? Good play from Gavira.
Smart play, Gavira gets up, there's a finesse, he almost gets swatted. But Latvia can't hang up in the air long enough.
Set point now for Spain. Samoilovs on the attack. Spotted. Spain have a chance here to take this to 3 sets. Oh, what a magnificent athletic block from Samoilovs to tie the scores at 27-all.
Nick, another swing opportunity for the set for Spain. And wouldn't you know it, Alexander Samoilovs, who's been playing spectacular volleyball, comes up with a huge block cross court.
Samoilovs serving for Latvia. Gavira on the attack for Spain. Oh, another power play from Adrian Gavira. Set point once again for the Spanish.
Gavira unleashing it cross court, and Samoilovs gets a hand on it, but when you're hitting the ball with that much power, it's very hard to control. Therefore, the kill.
Set point for Spain. Service is way too long.
And remember, Nick, if we go back to that initial match point when Spain bombed that serve at Smedins and he couldn't get out of the way. It was probably 6 feet long, but it ends up hitting him in the chest and prolonging, and it's been an absolute battle back and forth ever since.
Yeah, this match could have been over 15 minutes ago. Here's Smedins. Serving Gavira. Gavira now attacks. Little kiss off the net. Samoilovs over on 2. Oh, it's a big stretch here. Oh, what a great block. That is the biggest block of this bronze medal match. Spectacular play from Adrian Gavira.
huge point saving right there. And you see Spain, every rally, it seems like a lot of energy is being expended, but Gavira with a huge block right there to keep the advantage and go up 29-28, and he's starting to feel it. He's riding purely on emotion.
The adrenaline is pumping off to that one. 5th set point for Spain here. A little bit of a shank on the serve receive from Samoilovs, but he gets that little pokey over the top of the block.
Oh, that set was close to being a double contact. Spain not happy about it. They go up to the referee, complain a little bit. But Smedins played it off well. A little spin on his set, but no call is made.
Scores all tied at 29-all. We need to see one of the teams win by 2 clear points. Oh, and there's the advantage back with Latvia. They now have match point, 30-29.
Beautiful defense in the backcourt by that man right there. Alexander Samoilovs enabled that play to happen.
7th match point, Latvia serve for the bronze medal. Gavira on the attack. Oh, and he's beautifully floated that ball over the top of Smedins' block.
Really solid vision right there to see that Samoilovs had just cheated a little too much in the angle, allowing the line shot to be available.
Herrera serving for Spain. Smedins with the set for Samoilovs. Finds a lovely cut on that ball. That's a tight angle. The advantage is back with Latvia again. Match point 31-30.
What I love about that play is that Spain gave a different look. You saw him run into the line at the last second, and Samoilovs recognized it. He went angle, making Samoilovs do something a little different.
It's a big serve from Smedins at Gavira. Slightly out of position, but what a great shot. Right between the middle of the players, right down the middle of the court. Tying the scores up again.
Looked like trouble, the shank pass to the left. And then Latvia gets off the net, waiting for an easier play than that, but a huge kill.
Gavira picks up the serve, 31-all. Float serve to Samoilovs. Smedins with the set. Smedins looks to put it away this time. Oh, the ball is still up. Both teams out of position. Samoilovs puts it away. It's another match point for Latvia.
As you're seeing, it's interesting. After a lot of the long rallies, Spain looks a little bit tired. And as the rally goes on, the percentage for Spain to finish off the play seems to go down, and it goes up for Latvia. I don't know if that's a conditioning thing, but Latvia looks like they're winning the longer rallies more often than not.
Well, they've nearly played a 3rd set in ties here. 9th match point for Latvia, 32-31. Herrera on the attack. Oh, he's beaten Smedins at the net. 32-32.
I love it. No risk, no reward. He goes for a really difficult shot. Not a lot of room down that alley, especially with Smedins blocking. Smedins turns and realizes that ball is as good as gold right in the corner.
Here's Herrera with service. Little kiss off the tape of the net. Samoilovs on the attack. That play has been their most consistent point scorer throughout this match. No reason to change it.
This time the blocker ends up blocking angles, so Spain's starting to give Samoilovs some different looks, but he's just been rock solid, unflappable.
10th match point for Latvia. Herrera sets the ball for Gavira. Oh, he fumbles it! And finally, 10 attempts at shutting out this match at 34-32. Latvia take the bronze at the GSTAAD Major here in Switzerland.
And all 4 players exhausted with that extended play. Wow, 34-32. Spain gave it their all. They stuck to a game plan, but they just could not break the Latvians, who were solid throughout. You know, Spain had their opportunities, and for Spain to improve, get on that medal stand possibly,